All right. What's good? What's good? What's good? Good morning. Hope everything's well. Yeah, surgery went well. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here talking today, but yeah, man, surgery went well. Got my teeth taken out. Man, I ain't no joke, bro. That surgery ain't no joke. Uh, Eric Horn in the building. What's going on, man? Be easy in the building. What's happening? ATX Realist, what's good? Eric Horn, what's happening with you, sir? Man, LR Bud Intent. Ah ha ha. Good morning, champ H Town in the house. Smash that like button. Yes, sir, man. Thank you, brother. What's good with everybody, man? Dre H in the building. What's going on, man? Big Block, Nati Dread in the building. What's going on, man? HMC3. What's good? Yeah, I started my show at the regular time, man. Even though the Shields Savannah Marshall this the Savannah Marshall at Clarissa Shields press conference. Yeah, I know, man. I see it. I see it going on, man. I see it's on live on top. It's on Top Rank. I'm gonna go back and check out the rest of it. But I like to start on time. I understand if some people, if you guys ain't there on time, or here on time. I'm just trying to do a little something, man, because I can't go. I can't. I have a hard time going the whole day without chatting it up, man. Um, what's going on? Yeah, they should be. It'll be coming off in a minute, man. Black Fonz in the building. What's going on, man? Superman, what's happening with you, sir? From his perspective podcast, what's going on, brother? Nothing, man. I was chilling, man. Um, uh, Chevo, Chevo Dank in the building. What's going on, brother? I'm chilling, man. Just waiting for people to get on the chat. I know they may be watching the press conference. Man, I like Clarissa Shields, man. I really do like Clarissa Shields. Karma Boxing and MMA. What's going to say? Fear refusing to fight you like uh, uh, refusing to fight like you said before fight would not happen. You're talking about with I want to talk about two things, bro. Fanon, I saw you promo video for Bud Spence fight in November. I saw your. No, you didn't hear that from me. I didn't say that I thought that fight was happening in November. Oh, my mouth. Oh, the longer I talk to you guys, I'm like, man, my mouth doesn't feel right. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here, man. I wanted to grind it out with you guys today, man. I really like talking boxing. I know you guys come by the channel every day, are so supportive of the channel, man. So when you get up in the morning, man, and you're like, man, this is what you really love to do. Got to try to do what you love to do, man. Otherwise, if I hadn't given it a try, I wouldn't feel right, you know. Oh yeah, that. So yeah, so I just feel like I'm gonna try to talk a little less loudly. You got a video highlight for the fight happening. Oh, you talking about that? Nah, man. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. And so you're talking about a video highlight for? Oh, you're talking about on the shorts? Yeah, no, my guy does those shorts, man. He puts those shorts up. My nephew does those. So that's like, nah. I mean, hold on, man. Oh no, man. Hold on, man. Fuck that out of here. Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. No. Hold on, man. No, bro. No. Hold on. All right, yeah, thanks, man. Oh no, I got more for the tooth pain. Yeah, I put that on private. No, I don't think that's happening in November. I just did several videos where I said that I didn't. Um, so no, man. Thank you for the heads up, man. I just put that on pause real quick. Um, hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. All right, cool. There you go, man. Hey, yeah, thank you, man. So let me go back to real quick. Hey, Jay Milton, that super chat, brother. Thank you for that support, man. That means a lot. Thank you, man. Say they're trash talking. They're trash talking hard. Yeah, they can trash talk. They can trash talk all they want, man.
Claressa, you may, I'm sorry, it's not even part of the plan, or is it natural that you don't like her and you don't have that much respect for her? No, of course I have respect for Claressa. I've always had respect for Claressa. What she doesn't like is that I've got an opinion. That is what she doesn't like. I sat and watched the boxing card and I thought it was diabolical. She didn't like that I told her that.
Can you hear this?
She got upset over.
Can y'all hear this?
And you thought that it was a diabolical performance, and that means that you go into this, you believe, as favorite.
Can y'all hear this? I'm dying, man. This is gonna be a great fight, man.
On Claressa Shields and do what you did in the amateurs 10 years ago.
Hey, say without the wisdom teeth, you back to driving wisdom. You know what it is.
Down people's throats that she was this, that she was that. We're going to see this spectacular knockout. Sat there for 10 rounds, biffed it off. We didn't see nothing. You didn't answer that question. What was the second question?
Are you going to knock me out? You said it was a diabolical performance, unanimous decision, but against another undefeated fighter. But are you Savannah Marshall?
All right, I'm gonna put it on pause, man.
I've been asked this for the past 12 weeks, and I've never once said I'm going to knock you out. I said I'm going to hurt you, and I will.
Are you going to knock me out? Yes or no?
I'm going to hurt you, and I will.
Yeah, we still don't have an answer.
But we'll see when you wake up on the canvas. I'll ask you then. So I want to out and you can answer it then.
Listen here. I don't know why you think you're so big and so strong, but you're not. All this facade, you knocking out these bumps. I'm sorry. It's not even phasing me. It's actually comical. And you know what? You would be a fool to come in there and stand there in my face in the boxing ring, and your best bet is to try to box and move. You stand there with me, you're gonna be the one sleep.
Oh,
you're gonna sleep.
12 lessons.
You're gonna be sleep because you're not stronger than me. You're not stronger than me. I had a whole different game plan for Emma than you. I'm not worried about you.
Jesus, we haven't seen that different in 12
One
fights.
bill.
Tell you what, I've been impressed if you do something different. I'll tell you that.
Guess what?
All right, that's funny, man. Yeah. Hey, man, I like her though, man. Hey, Jay Mills said, keeping up with BT. What's going on, brother? He said, Fanon, the fight interview with Hearn was good. I usually don't like Hearn, but he and AJ called Fury's bluff. Man, Fury need to go somewhere, man. No joke, man. Fury just needs to go somewhere with all of that. Well, I don't understand why Claressa looked like she just got back from the club. It's 7:00. She looked like she's going to the club. Don Falon says she beat Shields in the amateurs. Wow. Yeah, so what? 3-round fights in the world championships. So what? That doesn't make any difference to it. You're gonna see what happens you're gonna see what happens in the actual fight. I'm not saying one way or the other. It said Jay Mill said, what to do for 9 in the chat 2 times for the grind. Yes, sir, man. I don't think I'm gonna be on here that long today. Because I don't want to take too many chances with my mouth. You know what I mean? I don't want to take too many chances. Fighting words, yeah, they fighting they fight no matter what. Yo, bro, what do you say? AU rules, okay? What do you mean AU rules 2K? Okay. Do you know they still haven't found the judges for this fight yet? They trying to buy them, man. They say they trying to buy him, man. Will Claressa get a knockout? I would suspect no. But I hope that Savannah Marshall tries to fight her because I think what she just said is 100% correct, man. If she tries to fight her, it's going to be a lot of trouble because Claressa Shields is very strong. But why you don't get knockouts? You don't get a lot of these people ain't getting knockouts because they're 2-minute rounds. 2 minute rounds, 2 minutes every time somebody that really attacks the body and kind of fights like Claressa Shields gets going. It's harder to knock you out by accumulation of punches when you have 2 minute rounds. You know what I mean? Capital Mob Records says she's still living vicariously through amateur win over Claressa. It's not the same now. No, it's not. Especially since Savannah Marshall's so much older than Claressa Shields is. Savannah Marshall was a grown woman when that happened. Pretty sure. Let me look at this. What's Savannah Marshall's age? Yeah, she's 31. How old is Claressa Shields? She's in her 20s, isn't it? Yeah, Claressa Shields 4 years younger than her, man. That happened 8 years ago. That chick, she was a grown woman, man. He said, "Man, this is Australia. When this is Australia." Lots of rest time. Yeah, Oh yeah, I'm gonna rest. I can't lift. I can't weight lift. I can't exercise. I really can't do too much, man. You know what I mean? ATX Realist said, "Great weekend ahead. Go and Marshall before that Texas and Bama in Austin." In Austin. Oh, that's this weekend in Austin, Texas, and Bama is in my town. I'm not going, but wow, okay. Yeah, it's tough to get those KOs, man. Fanon, did you know that October 29th, Jake Paul and Alex are going to sell more than Vasily? Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, of course it's a sideshow. That's a sideshow. That's a sideshow. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That doesn't mean that they're not boxing. That's a gimmick. If Michael Jackson fought Prince, they'd sell more money. They probably sell a lot of tickets too. You know what I mean? If Lil Wayne fought Drake, they would sell a lot of boxing tickets too. It's an exhibition. You know what I mean? It's not, it's apples and oranges with that stuff, man. To me, it's just a circus. It's not even really being comparable. Like, because if you go ahead and fight a real boxer, man, and see how long that lasts you. People probably wouldn't even be interested in the fight. How old is Anderson Silva? How old is Anderson Silva? Isn't Anderson Silva well into his 40s? I gotta do the research for some of this stuff, man. Because I don't even pay attention. Anderson Silva, Boxrec. It's 47 years old, man. That guy is my age, man. He's 47 years old. What is this? I don't even understand how the dude can have any respect for himself doing what he's doing. He's making money, but there's no respect. There's nothing respectful about that. You're 20-something years old, you juice to the gills, and you fighting a 47-year-old? Come on, man. What is that, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Like, you think, like, oh, woo. Fight, what is he, 160? Fight a 168-pound regular fighter at cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got no respect for that. It's just at this place in time, it's silly, man. My man, Kamal Oz, man, brother, thank you for that support today, bro. Thank you. Much love, man. But we're going to get on this conversation that some people are not going to like today, because I want to clarify what I think about something, and I'm going to do it for a little while. Kamal Oz said, for being the so-called face of boxing, there is zero interest for Canelo and Bum Lufkin 3. Corporate media narratives keep getting disproven. Exactly. Nobody cares about that fight, man. Nobody cares about that fight. Canelo, you cannot keep doing what Canelo Alvarez has done for year after year after year after year and maintain your popularity. You cannot do it, bro. Well, don't say it for now. No, I'm gonna say it. It's about the topic, man. And the thing is, it's about racism and politics and boxing. I definitely want to talk about that for a little while, because I definitely for sure believe that it is a problem. I don't talk about it in the middle of topics a lot, but it is most definitely a problem. And like the perception of, like, Yeah, it's a real problem, man. It's a real problem. It gets in the way of boxing. It gets in the way of it is one of the, in my opinion, it's one of the major reasons that boxing is a niche sport, is because of the racism in boxing. There's no there people are they hold on one second. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I changed that title. We got that title changed. So I corrected that. Sorry for the confusion about the November stuff. But yeah, it's a real problem. It is a real problem because you preventing people from seeing the fighters that they may very well be interested in because you're trying to service some other type of demographic. You know, that is what's happening. The more prevalent it is, the less popular boxing is as a sport. I mean, if you pay attention to any other sport that you try to keep black people out of, or you try to keep Latinos out of, right? But for the most part, in the United States, it's black people. It's not as heavy like in the major sports with like what Bob Arum was doing. Like Bob Arum, to me, and I'm not going to say that I believe that he is racist and that's his main motivation, but I do not believe that he focuses on trying to grow a Black American fan base. And if you grow a Black American fan base, you are, and that fighter is accepted within the Black community. That fighter is going to cross over. Because once they get the interest of Black Americans, then you're going to get the interest of non-Black Americans. It works that way in music. It works that way. It works that way it worked that way with football. It worked that way with basketball. It worked that way with golf. It worked that way with American tennis. I mean, it's just that from that aspect alone, it really does hold back the sport. And then you have guys like Ring Magazine trying to, telling you that all these Eastern Europeans are the best fighters in the world. Now, a lot of those guys are very, very good fighters. And I don't want to say that they're not very good fighters. They are very good fighters. But I've said for years, and I maintain it to be the truth, that they and ESPN purposely overlook Black fighters on those lists. And you have to do something extra special to get on there versus somebody like Monster Inoue, who was probably on there after 14 fights and never fought anybody that anybody really cared about. You have Canelo Alvarez that stays on there with multiple losses. You have Lomachenko that stays on there with multiple losses, right? When he could lose to half the people in his division, he'll still be on the list. And theirs is not purely opinion. Theirs is in large part what they want to do to market people. So, man, absolute. To me, yeah, bro. Hey, my man, keeping up with BT says, start off the morning with that like button. Yes, sir. Hit that like button, man. Let me slide back down, man. So, I want to talk about that for a little while, man, because I get sick of the Devin Haney thing, bro, who I think tries to take advantage of that. Kamal Oz, okay, I got Kamal. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. Geeks of the Universe in the building said, morning for 9. I hope you're feeling better. Would you rate Gotti Ward 1 round 10, one of the best rounds in boxing history? It's one of the best fights I've seen. I mean, it was crazy. That was a crazy fight, man, no doubt. It was an absolutely crazy fight. No joke, man. This is one of the best fights I've ever seen. Would I say it's one of the best rounds in boxing history? That's a lot. There's been a lot of great rounds. There was the round where Deontay Wilder, there's a lot of really great rounds, but it's one of the best. I have to go back and look. Geeks of the Universe, much love and respect for that super chat. Thank you, bro. Said Mods, for purse bids, how does the split work? Does the champion get a bigger percentage, or does it matter if one is a pay-per-view star, Tank versus Haney? I think that they will take into consideration, they have like a set one. Like I think it's 60-40 for multiple of the sanctioning bodies mods, and it is 70-30 for one. But if there is a special circumstance where they somebody think that it's unfair because of how much they earned before, then the sanctioning bodies can make an exception and lay down a purse split between the a modified purse split just for that fight. But there is going to be some type of purse split. So take for example with Tyson Fury, when Tyson Fury fought Dillian White, I think it was like wound up being an 80, it was like 60-40 or 70-30 with an extra 10% going to the winner. So it wound up being 80-30 for Tyson Fury. Other times, I think they mandated a 60-40 for Crawford versus Spence. So I think the WBO was probably 70-30. So yeah, they can do it. But as far as a pay-per-view star, does it matter one if it's a pay-per-view star and Tank? Now, see, that could be a little bit of a problem with Tank, because Tank gets lower guarantees, so his purse is actually lower. But the amount of money that he makes on the back end is where his money comes in. But I mean, these are reasonable people and they know math, so they can figure out, okay, well, what is an acceptable purse split considering how much money Gervonta actually makes through his gates and through his through the gate and through the hold on one second. Yeah. Purse bids show how. Yeah. So with Tank and Gervonta, I mean, I'm sure they could figure out something to make it work, but it's the purse split is only one aspect of it. Then you also have the pay-per-view and all of that. So if they can't come up with an agreement, then they go to purse bid. The purse bid, they still lay out the split of it, but then you still have to figure out all of the rest of that stuff. However, the idea that that Gervonta Davis is going to go into a purse split situation with him, it's just silly, bro. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. They still going at each other?
Is it a rematch clause? Yeah. But you saying would I take a rematch? Why would you take a fight with somebody once and then not take it with them twice? It doesn't really matter. It's still a fight. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they going on all of that. I should probably be listening to that. But anyway, Beterbiev number 6. I mean, Beterbiev is a really good fighter. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm not saying that they don't have that these guys are not good fighters. I'm just saying that the fact that you have guys like Gervonta Davis, you have Jermell Charlo, you have Jermell Charlo, Gervonta Davis, you have Devin Haney, you have guys like Demetrius Andrade, you have guys like Jamal Charlo. You have guys that are out there that are really, really solid fighters, man, that they're not going to get that type of publicity through ESPN, really. Ring Magazine can really say whatever they want to say, honestly, because God dang it, man. Fuck. She overdoing it with these fucking dogs, man. Excuse my language. Lone Star Steph, what's good, bro? He said, "Good morning, chat. Came for the truth serum." Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I just wanted to say that, man. Definitely wanted to say that. Thank you for that support, Lone Star Steph. Thank you, brother. And Johnny Player in the building. Il Fanon, who are you picking in that Plant Darrell fight? I'm picking Plant, but it may be Darrell. But I'm picking Plant. That's the easier one to go with. Caesar TMG said, Fanon, so if they split the purse, do they also split the pay-per-view? No. No, they don't. You still have to negotiate that. That's not the pay-per-view and the ticket sales. All that doesn't have anything to do with the sanctioning body. The sanctioning body is talking about specifically. Kamal Oz said, you missed my second super chat. Sorry about that, Kamal. Let me go to it. Kamal said, Ring and ESPN have Katie Taylor the number one in women's boxing. Katie Roughneck Taylor really lost to Delphine Pearson. She also lost to this other girl, the same girl that she also lost to that same girl that when she moved up to lightweight, the one that beat Alyssa Baumgartner. And I think she lost to Amanda Serrano. Yeah, absolutely. They got her number one pound for pound. I mean, maybe they buy ESPN in the UK. But as far as American boxing and all that stuff, man, what really makes yeah, I did, brother. I just got that, bro. Say give the dogs some melatonin. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stick these two little dogs. They're gonna be in their kin. They're gonna be in their kennel. They got to sleep in their pen overnight. If they sleep in their pen overnight, I should be okay. But if they're not in there, if they're not in that pen, I can't do it, bro. Shakur was the B-side to Herring, but they did Shakur's purse average, and they got he wasn't. Well, yeah, okay, but see, yeah, no, he was the challenger. He wasn't the B-side. That's a little bit of a slight difference, bro. $10 fade to anyone who doesn't think this show turns into a roast Haney. Goodbye, bro. It's not if you don't mention them. You just gave yourself up, HTZ. Nobody else was talking about him until you brought him up. You think I'm dumb? You're in that dude's camp, bro. You pop up out of here with some new name, HTZ, like you know me. Dude, I'm not halfway interested in the conversation, man. Why don't you stay on the topic, man? How about you don't ask questions about it and it will move on, bro, on what we're actually talking about. Man, I'm not interested in you, and you can go get another name, man. Nah, he didn't read the title, dude. He wants to talk about that, man. No, man, I wanted to talk about something completely different. And throwing you out of here it just made it a lot easier to do so, man. Yeah. So anyway, man. Yeah, Boots can be on that list, and we'll see. I'm telling you, it's been it's a bunch of years that ESPN never has more than 4 black people on that list at a time. They do not ever do it. What's his name? Ring Magazine doesn't do it. ESPN does not do it, bro. They don't do it. So we honor, yeah, exactly. Man, nobody trying to talk about that dude, man. So no, man, it is a real issue, and it's not just an issue for boxers, for the boxers themselves. I think it's a real issue with just the success of the sport of boxing. It's not interesting. They're overselling, and they're believing that black people don't support boxing. That's something that they've been saying for a long time. So I think B-side is the champ versus the challenger, like you said. It's not. I never said that. Bodywork boxing. I've never said the A-side, the B-side is B-side as in champ versus challenger. The challenger can be the A-side very, very easily. The challenger for a title can be the A-side very easy. Oh, said press conference is about over. That's what's up. Yeah. But yeah, man, just subtle stuff, man. Oh, you misreading me, Fanon? Okay, yeah, we got put a more complete sentence, man. Put a body work and boxing. Give me a complete sentence, man, where I don't get you wrong. Because I don't mind, in these like five word or 6 word sentences. It's really high. It's really hard to convey, legitimate, really convey your feelings in that short amount of time. Press over about to face off. Yeah, good for them, man. Good for them, man. And this fight is going to be on Saturday afternoon. So looking forward to it, man. The trolls are nice and early. Yeah, I mean, they show up every morning, man. That's just their attempt to keep his name in the press, man. It's that's what it is, bro. They figure that if you can't get them to say something positive about you, you're going to keep coming to the chat and bringing it up over and over, so there's more conversation. I did a video about him yesterday, man, and that's all you getting out of me. My mouth hurts, okay? And I'm probably gonna have to get out of here and take a pain reliever or something. Bodywork. I was saying that Herring was the champ, Shakur was the challenger, but they used Shakur's purse average, and he got paid more than Herring. Yeah, absolutely. I do recall that. But here's I don't even know why they needed to do that. Why they had to go to a purse bid. He also came in as the super champion. No, he didn't come in as a super champion. He didn't get named super champion until after he beat Valdez. So yeah. So you can look at the purses and all of that stuff. But here's the thing again. Fanon, thought you covered A side, B side again in yesterday's stream there. Good stuff. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I mean, people get but as far as that purse bid goes, it's very hard to do with Gervonta Davis because he doesn't get a big purse. He takes a smaller purse. Errol Spence Jr. does not take a big purse. They take smaller purses. They get paid on the back end. And by paying on the back end, you don't have to pay a lot of sanctioning fees if you're taking your money on the back end. That's something. There's a lot of ways that they look to save money. And they look to figure where they bet on themselves. I bet that my fan base will come out and support, and that we'll be able to sell this many tickets, and I'm going to make X amount of money. You know what I mean? Bill Steinhagen said, Fanon, do you agree Boots beat Spence? I have no idea. I don't agree with that statement. So yeah, I can't say that I agree with that I do not affirmatively agree with that statement. Look, Boots is a great fighter. Errol is a great fighter with a lot of world champion experience, and the guy's style, he's an absolute dog. He's an absolute dog. So I'm not picking against Errol. I'm not picking against Boots, bro. I gotta see him,
I mean, you just kind of take it with what you can, because I've been cut.
And so
Let me see.
Peter Fury was right. They are both good, very talented.
Yeah, I'm kind of amped about this fight, man.
Sticks to what she can do, which is box. Then that's how you got to leave it.
We're going to come back to that in just a second, Johnny. But
where's Michaela Meyer?
It is going to be a historic night on Saturday. The build-up is historic too. It is a momentous evening. And as I said at the top, it is not just for women's boxing; it's for the sport in general.
Yeah, this is going to be a good. Okay, there's Michaela Meyer.
It is groundbreaking. It is going to be an historic night.
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight.
Fights are going to live up to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, man. No doubt. What's going on, CB Black? How you feeling, man? He said, "Oh, that's exactly why I say Top Rank wouldn't sign up for that." No, Top Rank's probably look. You can count out top guys from Top Rank fighters fighting other guys, man. You don't have to count it out completely, but it's going to be more towards the end of their career when they're cashing out on them, or if they really believe the guy has a huge chance to win. If they have a huge chance to win, then yeah, they'll do it. But those guys are growing their fighters. They're putting them on cards. They're getting paid off of a budget. They're not getting paid off of, they're not getting paid off the tickets that they sell, to stadiums. That's not how they make their money. So since they don't have to get paid, since they're not getting paid off of how many tickets they're selling, right? Necessarily, I'm sure that they do want to bring in revenue like that, right? And they don't really want to go on the hole on certain things. Robin Soda, so what channel? ESPN. Is going at ESPN. Why did who get timed out? I didn't time. I don't know who got who you talking about? Who got timed out? Who got timed out? Oh, HTZ got that guy. HTZ got timed out for just trying to start an argument about a fighter that's not even in the title. You know, who would you pick out of Spence and Boots matchup? I wouldn't. I would not pick him. I wouldn't pick. I don't know. I would lean towards Errol right now, just out of respect and from of what he's accomplished, and say, hey, look, man, this dude's beat a bunch of world champions, and Jerron Ennis is on his way up. But I fully know, or I fully believe, that Errol's never beat anybody better than Jerron. Jerron's never beat anybody better than Errol, and he's never fought anybody nearly as good as Errol. But it may also be the case that Errol's not fought anybody nearly as good as Jerron. So at this point in time, for saying what's up for 9? Yeah, I don't know who got timed out. Let me know who timed him out for saying what's up for 9. I can't speak on it. Any word on the Spence Crawford fight? No, none, man. None. Nothing. The time keeps ticking and these guys keep saying staying quiet. I don't know, man. You know, they letting the conversation is really dying down. So I don't know. Such a highly anticipated fight that it'd be shame if it didn't happen right away. But no, man, Robin, I don't know. Who you got, man? You guys keep asking me the same question all the time. B Poppy Pop. I know. See, look, man, B Boy Pop. I am pretty sure you've asked me this question 100 times. And in fact, I'm going to look at this right now, and I'm going to answer this question. Virgil, no, that's a different question. You said Virgil. YSM Sports Media said Errol Spence Jr. versus Crawford is a goal for sure this year. Definitely happening. That's good news. Those guys are reasonable guys. Hold on one second. That's good. I hope so. Hold on one second. Yeah, I hope so. That'd be nice. Would they say it on a live stream or something? I hope so. Anyway. Oh, that'd be good. Good. All right. So that gives me, hold on one second. Yeah, okay. Well, hopefully. That's good. That's good. Hopefully it happens. 000s, are you going live, OG? 000s, are you going live Saturday, OG, for Shields fight? Yeah, more than likely I am. Yeah, it's in the afternoon. It just kind of depends on how my mouth holds up, man. No joke, man. My mouth, this is not the most fun in the world. I hope Shields beat the out of that London girl. I mean, it'll be fun, man. I'll take the winner of the fight, man. Just honestly, this weekend's fight made the best person win. I'm rooting for a Bumgardner. I'm rooting for Bumgardner. I'm rooting for Claressa Shields. Definitely rooting for both of them. You know, definitely rooting for both of them. But you know, it is what it is, man. Clarissa's gonna have to beat that girl up over there in the UK. You know, she doesn't seem nervous about it, so you know, I won't be nervous for her. I won't be. She doesn't seem nervous for it, so I won't sound nervous about it. But I just wonder, bro, about that. The fight that I'm looking forward to also is just as much as the Bumgardner Mayer fight. That should be a lot of fun, man. You know, Clarissa, they both talk a good game, man. So if both of those guys get out of there, I'd be crazy. John Snow said, I see Clarissa taking Savannah to school after the first 4 rounds. Maybe, man. He may get him the first couple rounds, man. May get him in the first couple rounds. She may start taking it to him in the first couple rounds. That would be what's up. I'm going with the sisters this weekend. Let's go Shields and Bumgardner. Yes, sir, man. That'd be a great one too. What do you say? That would be a great one too. Yeah, honestly, that's a fight that I'm looking forward to the most. No joke. Simon Cole, so which fight would you rather watch on October 15th? Wilder Helenius or Haney versus Kambosos 2? I'm gonna watch both. I'm okay with watching both. But probably Wilder Helenius. But I'm gonna watch both fights. I'm looking forward to the Devin Haney fight, Kambosos. I'm looking forward to both of them, man. No joke. Timothy Stoudemire. So what's Steph? My dog, what's up with you? Oh, that's Steph. That's for Steph. Oh man, somebody hit me in the cash app, brother. Thank you, man. Chris, hold on one second. Chris said, Chris in the cash app, much love in that cash app. We're with that big green in the building. Thank you, brother. He said, Chris said, so where do you rank Steve Fulton in your pound for pound? I don't really have a defined pound for pound. I really don't. I really do not have one, man. It's like there's so many guys that it's so hard for me to understand or get any real sense of exactness. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any sense of exactness with that. Where you rank Steve Fulton on your pound for pound list? Okay, I don't really have a sense of exactness, man, on that. But he's a unified champion at 122 pounds. He beat Omar Figueroa. I mean, he's very much a top fighter. I have him as the top guy at 122. The pound for pound list for me, man, that's really hard. It's so hard for me to do that. You know what I mean? Shields low key spoke on the racism in the sport of boxing during the press conference. Yeah, man, that's because she said something about it, and Clarissa and Savannah Marshall said something about her not bringing up race, and I was like, he said that dude can box. Yeah, he's good, man. It's real. If she feels that that's real and that's something that she wants to talk about because she's experienced it, dude, you just gotta suck it up and listen to it. Because she's seeing it from a perspective that other people are not seeing it from. And she's not the first and she ain't the last person to have said that. So she's not making that stuff up. You know what I mean? She's not making it up. In a general sense, you can clearly see it. It gets tough when you make individual accusations about people. You know, that is where I find it. When you talk about racism in general, and you talk about it as a what do you call it? As a phenomenon in life, clearly. It's clearly the case. But when you talk about it with any individual person, that's where the problem comes in, because it's very, very hard to justify calling that to any individual person that has not said something or obviously done something, where you see it because otherwise it's in your mind. And it is in a lot of people's mind, but we're not living in the 1920s where people are running around and talking about it, like bragging about it and talking about it as a fact of life, right? And they believe that that is assertively the case. They don't say that stuff anymore. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people. So it's very hard to pin on an individual, but you can, through the actions of society, see what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who's poisoning the food? Can't tell you, but clearly people are poisoning the food because there's so many people overweight, obese, diabetes, high blood pressure. All that shit is like, if you just eat what the food is that is available to you, you're going to become you're going to get high blood pressure, and you're going to get obesity. You're going to get a high blood pressure, and you're going to get diabetes. But you can't. But who individually is responsible for that? You know, it's tough to point the. Oh, is it the grocery store? Is it you because you buy it, or is it systemic? Jeffrey Brooks says, "Showing my sport boot announced a fight, please. Hey, please get this fight going." But that's good. I'm glad YN Sports Media said that it's definitely going to happen this year, that they're finalizing. I mean, they've been saying that they're finalizing. But maybe they got a good source. That's what's up. Getting boxing Showtime app, show all the fights and undercard. Yeah, man. Definitely get the Showtime boxing app. They only put ads on this channel every once in a while, but I'll still support them. It's a good app. Spence ain't beating no damn Boots. It would hurt Spence's career if anything. Ain't beating or ain't fighting Boots. See, I don't think he's fighting Boots. I don't think Boots thinks he's fighting Boots. You know? I don't think he's fighting Boots. I don't think Boots thinks he's fighting Boots. So we'll see what happens with that when something happens with that. You know what I mean? Terrell says, you missed my super chat, man. My bad. I definitely don't mean to do that. Thank you so much for your support, bro. Terrell said, who you got, Shields or Marshall? I have Shields. Shields unless there's a robbery. I got Shields unless there's a robbery. Could be a robbery, but I got Shields unless there's a robbery. Can Bug come up off that belt, please? Jeff Campbell. I mess up with Jeff. Who I miss you up with, man? You say you know why it's him is Philly and Boozy and Ennis. He's absolutely certain the fight is done and will happen this year. Confirmed by a true inside source, according to YSM. It's been confirmed by many legitimate inside sources. It has been. You know what I mean? I just get tired of. I'm tired of the pushback. I just don't know if it's going to happen this year. That's my only thing. Is it going to happen? I certainly hope it does. You know, Spence giving Boots a shot would change the tone in boxing. It needs to happen if no Bud Spence. But hey, look, dude, people were saying who has an inside source? True inside sources from who? Dan Rayfield said that. So he's just going along with Dan. He's not just going along. I don't doubt that he has a source, which is funny to me because people say there are no sources, you know. But that's what's up. Well, the Spence being really, really quiet, that's good. Bud being really quiet, that's good. They're just not talking about it. They're not saying much about it. So, you know, I will peak my I will be encouraged again. I was just wondering whether it was going to happen in November or December. You know, I keep thinking about how to announce that fight. Just announce it. Not complicated. They just announce it. Terence Crawford puts it out on his Instagram. Errol Spence puts it out on his Instagram. It's announced. And then you have a press conference a week later. Easy. It's not difficult how to do that. Boots told me out of his mouth he's gonna get Thurman or the Russian kid. That makes sense. You're talking about Stanionis? Blood said YSM is directly connected to Boots and Bozy. He said November is confirmed. Expect announcement 6 to 7 weeks before November date. Okay, cool. That's what's up, man. I like that. I'll run with that. I like that. I'll talk about that. Cool. That's what's up. What's 6 to 7 weeks before the date? Hold on. 6 to 7 weeks before. What's 8 weeks before November? That's now. That's now. What date? Oh, 6 to 7. That's in a week and a half. Because November 19th is in a week. That's 8 weeks. So, okay, no. So, like in 3 weeks. Announcement in like 3 weeks. So, okay, cool. I hope so, bro. He meant either Staniasis or Butiev. I didn't ask him to clarify, but he said the Russian kid. No, the Russian kid is gonna be. I don't even think Butiev is Russian. Staniasis is Russian. Hold on. Staniasis is Russian. Oh no, he's Lithuanian. And what is Butiev? Yeah, Butiev is Russian. So Butiev is Russian. Well, I mean, that'd be good if he wants to fight Butiev. He wants to fight Butiev. I'll take Butiev. End of September, around first week of October. Just reiterating what YSM said. Y'all don't crucify me. Jake is like, hey, don't crucify anybody, man. We'll see what's up. I mean, I don't know why not to believe him. You know what I mean? People have been saying this fight is almost done for a while, man. You know? So we'll see. We'll just see. There's nothing wrong. Dude, there's nothing wrong with saying something about it, man. Cats have got a problem with people telling you what they've heard. It's like, dude, they're not worth talking. Most of them really ain't that much worth talking about, man. You know? It ain't. I don't really have a problem with that. Staniasis is a tough kid. Yeah, he is. And so is Butiev, man. Butiev. Nah, you good, Big Blunts. We appreciate the info, if anything. Yeah, Timothy Stoudemire might get on you. Timothy Stoudemire might get on you. But look, man, look, Timothy, you see why I put those videos up? I'm asking Timothy Stoudemire specifically. Do you see why I give updates? Do you see why I give updates? People are like, "Why, dude? You are tired of hearing about that." You missed Barbara for now. Oh, did I? My bad. My bad. A whole bunch of people, you get tired of it, man. A whole bunch of people do not get tired of that, man. They don't. Hold on, let me slide back, man. Jeff Campbell and said, show my support. Boots, announce a fight, please. Barbara, Terrell. I got Terrell. How did I miss Barbara? I don't think so, man. Johnny Player. I got Johnny Player. I got Lone Star Steph. Come on. I didn't miss anybody. I didn't miss. You talking about a super chat? I didn't miss it. I don't miss it. Barbara, put in the chat if I missed your super chat. If I did, I'll go back and look. Craig Butler said, when Floyd made the comment, there was not enough. What is this? There's not build up for this fight. I say BS, greed kills. If PBC is being greedy, and shame on them. We'll see if they make the fight. They'll make the fight, man. I do not. You know what? I don't really like to. Anyway, Timothy, Fanon, I came back and said, my fault. I was just having a bad day. That day, you the real Fanon. Hey, man, you know what, bro? I just deleted the comment, man, because it was you and William Old School aren't, bro. And I was like, look, man. Oh, not mine. Barbara channel membership. Oh, okay. Hey, Barbara, with the channel membership. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I didn't see the comment. I deleted it because I didn't want to argue. I was like, man, first of all, I like William Old School Aren't, and I definitely like my dude Timothy Stoudemire. So I was like, let me do it, man. Hey, 000 said, Fanon, people look at your title of your videos, pause it, and immediately run to the comment section all the time, bro. They do it all the time, man. They do it all the time, bro. They do it all the time. All the time. Alex Shield Jones said, you're pretty balanced and admit when you're wrong. Yeah, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Ain't no shooting. I'm not perfect. I don't understand why people think that they're perfect. Again, man, thank you to everybody in that super chat, everybody in that Cash App. Thank you guys so much. You orange and you yellows No doubt about it. Y'all are super, super, super important to the channel. So thank you guys very much for continuing to support it, even when boxing is just not all that, or you want to talk about something that's not really a very, very popular topic about. But I did want to put that out there. Though, because it's like, look, man, it is. He said it's very true. It's like every video too. What do you mean, Natty Dread? It's very true. It's like every video. Yeah, they do. They do that all the time. They just read the comment. They read the title and they start talking, which is why I don't even care, because I'm like, dude, people that read the titles and listen to the videos, we have real discussions. If you just read the title and start leaving comments, I mean, they'll call it. Those are the people that say clickbait. They'll be like, that's clickbait. Why is it clickbait? Because I was only interested in the title. I don't want to hear what you have to say. That doesn't make it clickbait, bro. It doesn't. You got to read it, man. I'm putting it. If I put a question mark there, it's really a question. I'm not trying to trick you. It is a question. It is what we're going to talk about. That's why he structures his title like that way. It brings you in. Dude, every title that you have anywhere is meant to get your attention and do that. Bud Crawford KO Spence thoughts. I don't believe that. My thought is I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? Bodywork, I did that last year. I had to correct myself and come back. Fanon is pretty balanced. Yeah, dude. Look, people read comments and you think, first of all, I will, if somebody asks me a question, I will put it in the title. I mean, I will. And then I'll say, okay, this is what people are saying. Do I agree with this? Oh, shit, that hurt. Oh, yeah, it hurt. Do I agree with this or do I not agree with this? And then I will say what I agree with and what I don't agree with. I don't owe it to you to give me my opinion in the title. That's stupid. Why would I do that? Fanon, did you see the Claressa Shields Olympic fight at 17? No, I didn't. She's 17. So I'm not even really going to be worried about that. And I'm not worried about that at all. I'm super not worried about that. beyond not worried about that. You know? I don't agree, Zako. I think Spence has better fundamentals than Bud does. I think that's the exact opposite. I think it's the exact opposite. I think Bud, and did you see Claressa Shields? It was the World Championships. If you're talking about the one she lost to, it was the World Champions, because she didn't lose any Olympic fights. Timothy said, Stoudemire said, how did your surgery go, OG? I hope everything successful and better. I mean, it went pretty well, I guess. You know, I'm on painkillers and I should probably not be talking. But they said, you know, don't move, don't work, don't do all of that stuff. But I was like, I just talk into a mic. I was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. As long as all you're doing is talking. Yeah, Marshall literally fights like, no, he's not. I don't know, a little something is similar to that. Something. What's going on, Rodriguez Boxing? How you feeling today, man? What's good with you, sir? Bill said Bud has a killer instinct. Watch his face when he gets hit. He's pissed. Yeah, well, he's gonna get pissed a lot, bro. Fanon, what is your Percocet? No, I'm on on some type of Advil, like extra Tylenol and some type of codeine based. I don't know, something like that. Some type of Advil, like Advil, prescription strength Tylenol, and prescription strength Advil. But yeah, everything went well. Like I said, my whole teeth and all that stuff was fully erupted. So, you know, Zako Suave in the building. Suave said, the change styles mid-fight. Crawford the master to switch up. No, I'm not. It's a painkiller, bro. I'm not high at all. I am very, 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 very even. Now, when I had that surgery, oh man, I don't know what they put me on. I don't know what they put me on. But man, woo, I was gone. Gone. I felt like I was awake the entire time too. But I felt like I was awake the entire time, but I was on like the moon. Like really, I noticed things going on around me, but they were not based in reality at all. Lone Star Steph said, currently rewatching the Bud versus Postal right now. Bud kind of small. He's going to get beat down if he ever fights Spence. Spence toughness is going to surprise him. Yeah, I think you guys really do I think one thing that I will say is I do think that Bud is underestimating Errol Spence. I did a video about that yesterday. I don't think Errol underestimates Bud. I think Bud underestimates Errol Spence. And I mean that very, very honestly. That team really does not out of their mouths give Errol Spence Jr. much credit at all. And I'm telling you, man, it's kind of like, dude, it's like Tim Duncan. You can people, it's not, I'm telling you, watch Tim Duncan play basketball and they're like, yeah, big deal. And they look at these other guys that are like very fundamentally sound, don't make a lot of mistakes, the ball just goes in, you know? Why do Bud fans say he's the best at switching? I don't know, bro. I can't tell you. I don't really think he switches that much. I think he fights the southpaw. That's the way that I see it. You know, I see that he comes in as a southpaw, bro. That's what it looks like to me. Xena 360 said Team Spence always gives Bud credit. Yeah, they give him credit. Yeah, they'll still say they're gonna win, but I think that they know what they're up in front of. I think that Bud being an older fighter, you know, being around before Errol and seeing Errol, I just don't think they get that dude a lot of credit. And I definitely know Bud fans don't give Errol a lot of credit. You know, that's just what I think, man. It just seems to me like the basic, because of how it's like he looks basic. Because he looks basic, you think he is basic, and that's going to be easy to beat because he's like that. But he doesn't look very basic to me. You know what I mean? It's like he doesn't look basic. He looks very, very advanced to me. And more importantly, his machine is on go. That's the real thing. It's like his intensity. That oven is hot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of intensity, man. And people think that that's not the Black American style. You know, a lot of these fighters that are considered, you know, some of the best fighters ever, they didn't fight in that style. At least not black fighters didn't fight in that style. You know, Mexican dudes will fight a lot like that. But you know, those dudes, if you ain't all the way on top of your P's and Q's, those dudes will beat you badly. You know what I'm saying? They will beat you and they will beat you badly. Nah, trash talk game, and I'm not doing that. I threw the dude out. I get tired of talking about that dude. Really, I get tired of talking about him. I'll do a video every now and again, but I get tired of talking about him. It's not the amount of talk that takes place about him. Trash talk gaming is not. It's not conducive to his standing in boxing. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I don't want to talk about that at all. I'd rather talk about something that not a lot of people some people care about. I'll talk about Claressa Shields. I mean, it's kind of Claressa Shields and Alyssa Baumgardner and Savannah Marshall and Michaela Myers, kind of their weekend, you know. Fanon, I be defending Spence all day around these crybabies. Hey, man, they don't like that, dog. You know, yeah, exactly. Dapper Douglas, I'm just, you know, because I know that that's what they do. They come in here for that, to try to direct the conversation in that area. And I just wanted to be one day to be like, look, bro, I know what you're doing. And I engage with you sometimes, but you guys started to take it overboard. Like you think I'm stupid. Like you can't debate with me above board. So you think you're just going to get whatever you can out of the situation and giggle about it. No, bro, I know what you're doing. You sending bots over here to bring the subject up all the time. Because, hey, all press is good press. Even if it's bad, you wind up working for us. Yeah, I heard you when you said that. Not today, man. I'm not in the mood today. You know, my teeth hurt, bro. Shoney D said, what up, Fanon? Glad you're up. And Adam, today, salute to you, Unc. Yes, sir, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all talking with me about this stuff, man. I really do. And again, thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat and the Cash App. Y'all donations are what keeps the channel going. So thank you guys especially. Zeta360 said, Buzz moves more flashy, Spence moves are more subtle. It's hard to notice why his style works to the untrained eye. It is, man. That what gonna steez? I don't know what that is. Yeah. So anyway, man, yeah. I mean, I think they take Errol Spence Jr. for granted. I mean, they take him. I think they underestimate him. That's what I think. Dapper Douglas, your thoughts on why the big names at PBC are fighting once a year? They're not. They're fighting typically twice a year. I think they fight twice a year. Gervonta fights twice a year. Errol was injured. So the reason Errol's fighting once a year is injury, and earlier than that, he was being ducked. And do I think he fights this year? Yeah, I'll go with what YSM Sport Media said, that they think that fight's going to be done for November. They're going to finalize it. They're going to announce it. So there's a lot of silence there. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of silence there, and they're not doing anything else. So, you know, the longer they don't announce something else, so they don't do something else, I mean, you know, hey, man, what else are they going to be? What else are they trying to do? You know? What up, big bro? Yeah, you good to have you in this morning. That's Trash Talk Gaming. Fanon, okay. Jared Anderson versus White. Why not? Because they're not going to feed Jared. They're not going to feed Dillian White to Jared White. They're not going to feed Dillian White to Jared Anderson. That's why. That doggone Steez. That doggone Steez. Yeah, I can't get all that, dog. So I'm just going to call you that dog and leave it at there. I'm not a bot. Hey, man, look, you may not be a bot, bro, but I'm not going to keep talking about that shit all the time. Cut me a paycheck, bro. Cut me a paycheck, bro. Other than that, I ain't talking about it all the time. Good, bad, or indifferent, man. I'll talk about when the subject comes up. All is well. I get you for 9. I was messing around. Hey, no worries, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm not tripping, bro. On it, man. Are you more confident in Errol beating Spence, Errol beating Crawford, or Tank beating Haney? Dude, I've not made any prediction, Young Kill, about Tank beating Haney. I don't know what's going to happen in that fight. Period. As far as Errol beating Crawford, I'm telling you, it's like I've never said it was more than 52-48 for me. 52-48 for me, man. And it's just going to stay there with me. That's as close to I don't know what is going to happen as you can get. But I lean towards Errol because I think Errol's style, I don't see Terence Crawford doing. I just don't see him pot shotting and knocking him out. And I don't like how Terence Crawford's fights were. I don't like these last year of fights for him, man. I don't. I think Sean Porter was. I don't think Sean Porter was there. His head was in that fight, or he really wanted that fight. I think he did it for a paycheck. I think Amir Khan did it for a paycheck. I think Kell Brook did it for a paycheck. And then Jeff Horn, Igis Kalvanakis, and Jose Benavidez, I don't think they had much of a chance. And I definitely, the way that Jose Benavidez fight went, dude, Jose Benavidez was at times connecting consistently on Terence Crawford. Consistently. Now, Terence does like when people come to him. But anyway, man, you're very talented. You should be on a major network. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. TJ Sports, Fanon, Bud said he's going to stand in front of Errol and fight suicide. I don't think he's going to have a choice. TJ Sports. I don't think he's going to have a choice. Just like Errol's not going to have a choice but to get hit by Bud with some very nice body shots. And I don't believe Bud. Bud thinks that body shot stuff's not going to work with him. He said, "Don't try that body shot stuff. I'm hard as a rock." Okay, you can be hard as a rock getting hit. You know what I mean? You're not the only dude to do sit-ups, homie. You know what I mean? Your Danny Zugas is hard as a rock, bro. Your Danny Zugas does not took so many body. You're not gonna. You can be hard as your rock will crack. You hit a rock enough time, that rock will crack, without a doubt. So, we'll see. Like I said, man, people that want to put me in this position of saying I'm like, oh, what you gonna do if Errol loses, man? I'm gonna call a fight. I'm gonna move on, man, with it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move on with it. That's it. He fought two dudes, Green Machine, Porter, everybody else straight up nobody. Detractors, come on my way. Ha! Look, I know Terence Crawford is a great fighter, man. Do they fight 8 or 10 ounce gloves? I'm not sure. I think 8, but somebody else have to tell me. Be Easy said the liver and the kidneys don't harden up, but yeah, you can't harden them up. Crawford start off too slow for Errol. Gonna get up early and make Crawford's take risk. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, bro. Man, CB3, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support, bro. Thank you for that support. It means a lot, man. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you, man. That means a lot, man. Thank you for the support. Trash Talk Gaming in the building said, I'm excited for Claressa versus Marshall. To me, Marshall looks a bit overwhelmed. Now, I was thinking about that. Trash Talk Gaming. We're gonna see how this plays in their heads. Because no joke, Claressa Shields is very, very aggressive. Like, she's very aggressive. She's very she's gonna get in your chest. And Savannah Marshall may get. She's already saying she ain't gonna knock her out. She said, "I'm gonna knock you down. I'm not gonna knock you out." Well, yeah. No. I liked how she did that though. I like how she handled that in that press conference. Trash Talk Damon said, "I'm excited about Claressa." Yeah, okay. And Marshall, to me, she looked a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah, she did. Marshall, what's her name? Looks a little overwhelmed. Michaela Meyer looked a little bit overwhelmed. But Michaela Meyer got a better chance. I think Michaela Meyer, because she pressures so much and because Claressa Shields kind of sits back and looks for shots, that may come into play, man. For non-good boxing, for non-good morning, great to see you recover from surgery. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on where'd I go? What are your thoughts on women being underpaid in no sports as well as lower weight classes? In boxing, being underpaid. Look, man, in boxing, it's like seriously. Look, you get what if you sell tickets, you get paid. If people watch your events, you get paid. That's how people get paid. I don't know whether or not they're underpaid or not. Lower weight classes getting underpaid, that's because they got those network deals. And then they're not going to pay you a lot. But if you're not selling the tickets and there's a bunch of competition out there for you, then that's what goes on, man. That's what happens, bro. That's where I am on it. But yeah. Some of them are not, some of them are getting paid. But yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one on me, man. Because I understand that people got to make money. And they're not just, unless you're certain fighters, not a lot of boxers are getting overpaid. You know what I mean? And certain people there are fighters that got in positions where they're clearly getting overpaid because they didn't do anything to earn it. Really earn it. They didn't have to sell any tickets. They didn't have to do any pay-per-views to get that, right? So that is out there. for sure. But I don't know the numbers well enough. But I will tell you this: I hope that women's boxing is really gaining a lot of traction. Is gaining a lot of traction. I think Eddie Hearn has been very, very good for women's boxing. Jake Paul has been very good for women's boxing, and they forced Top Rank and Bob Arum to get involved, like with this event that they're having this weekend. So, I think that there's a lot of really positive steps being made as far as their visibility in the sport, which is really, really good. And I definitely hope the money follows for them. Robert Pickings, bro, much love with that orange, bro. Big time saving the chat type cat, brother. Thank you, man. John Boy can't always do it alone. Thank you, brother. You say, good morning, Fanon. If Bud is worried about his paycheck for this fight, I don't understand why he don't try to get this fight in the biggest venue and get back in money. True fans are not going to miss this. Nah, man. But look, hey, Robert Pickens, we're hopeful that the fight's going to get made again. Much love in that super chat, bro. Hopeful that the fight's going to get made again, man. Hopeful. So he may have done it, brother. You know what I mean? It may have happened. He may have taken that money. They may have worked it out. I don't really know what other options he has, bro. You know what I mean? Robert Pickens in that super chat. Thank you so much, brother. That means a lot, man. Larry Williams said, good morning, bro. A little support. Thank you, Larry Williams. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you so much for that support, man. You guys are here every day, man. So I support. So thank you, man. I know it ain't easy, and I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, so kind of that's where I am with that, man. I just feel like women's boxing. Fahim Sator said that fight ain't happening. You also said that Terence Crawford wouldn't fight Sean Porter. Let me throw that at you, Fahim. You also said Terence Crawford wouldn't fight Sean Porter, but Terence Crawford wound up fighting Sean Porter. Yeah, he did. Oh, can you feel the breeze going through the house today? Can you feel that breeze? That cool air going through? It usually has a little bit more of a tinge of bullshit in the air, but not a lot of that today. We'll be back to that tomorrow, but not today. I just wanted to tell you. I just want to tell y'all just for real. Cut it out, bro. GGG gonna whoop Canelo's ass. Hey, man, no, he ain't. But who cares? That's a sad thing about boxing. That's sad, dude. We could be getting a Charlo fight, man. We could be having a Charlo fight. We could be right now. We could be getting ready for Jermell Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez, or we could be getting ready for Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. Either one of those can be happening right this in 2 weeks. You cannot tell me Canelo's name would not be all over the place. Would not be all over the place if he had fought David Benavidez and then fought Jermall Charlo, and then if he won, fought David Benavidez. Speaking of that, Fanon, the U.S. men's soccer team have been made to sign that they will evenly share the revenues generated from the World Cup with other national games in the women's team. Hey, man, they're being asked to sign off on paying. Yeah, I mean, they're going to generate the money, but hey, it's good for women. They're getting paid. They're getting put in investing in the future of women's sports. It's like Title IX. It's like Title IX. It's Title IX. We need women's sports didn't sell tickets. The men's did. So they needed the equal spending of their athletic dollars. Who winds up getting hurt with that? A lot of men can't get sports scholarships anymore. You're not generating any extra money. You're not generating any extra money. You're taking the money that the big sports earn, and then you're giving that money to a lot of sports, though, that otherwise, they couldn't afford to give scholarships to. You know what I mean? Man, hey, man, that dog. He said it's all good, fam. Much love, Team Shields, Team Baumgartner, man down. GTD ain't no safety on this Glock. Always looking forward to the talks in the chat. Heal up for 9. Thank you, brother. Hey, that dog in the building. Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you, that dog. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man. You know, thank you, brother. And yeah, you go into, I don't mind talking about Gervonta. I'll talk about Gervonta all day. And that's my bias. Okay. People always say, Fanon, you're biased. Let me tell you what my bias is. I have a bias towards the truth. Okay. Honestly, man, I don't really care. I can forgive your opinion if you're truthful. You know what I mean? I can forgive your, there's been mass murderers, bro. They just, mass murderers that say, yeah, I did it. I did it because of this, whatever. And I listen to them like, you know what? You told the truth. Never lie. You just told the truth. There's something wrong with you. You know what I mean? And you got to go away. But you're, sneaky ones, though. The ones that are out there just trying to con you all. I hate con men. Like, because you're insulting, because what a con man is doing is they're insulting your intelligence. And a few things that I'm just not really big on. I'm not big on you insulting my intelligence. Some of this stuff, nah, man, no. You can't, it's not either or. You know what I mean? Fanon, YC's Fanon, I thought you were not going to be live today, so happy to see you live, though. Yeah, man, I was laying in the bed, man. I was like, what am I going to do? I'm sure that I can talk. Once my doctor gave me the approval and said, you can talk, that's not going to, that's not really going to do anything. I was like, cool, let me get out here and chop it up with y'all, man. Trying to be energetic. No coffee again because I can't pour any hot water down my throat. But, I forgot my garlic, though. Fanon, I thought, okay, yeah, got that, man. Thank you. Hey, much love, Dag. What's the Steez? That dog on Steez? What's the Steez? Somebody got to let me know, because I thought Steez was like Styles. I thought Steez was Styles. That's what I thought. So you got to let me know. You got to let me know what that is, bro. Bodywork Boxman say, you think Jamal is the same minus ring rust? I mean, yeah, it looks cool to me. I think Jamal Charlo is unmotivated. That's what I think. I just don't know what you're going to get out of Jamal Charlo until you give him a fight that motivates him. Right? Something that he wants to take. I think Jamal Charlo looks bored with boxing. Because he's always, the more guys that you fight that are not the best fighters in the world, you get bored with it. And that's what I think I think Jamal Charlo to me seems bored. But I think he'll be I don't see why he wouldn't be the same. I just think that you need to put him in there with somebody that's not boring to him so he can get motivated for the fight. That's kind of body work where I think he is. Jeffrey Brooks in the building. Thank you, bro. Said, so glad football is happening. Sick and tired about talking about this Bud Spence talk. It's never taken place. What a waste of conversation. Oh, man, come on, Jeffrey Brooks. Boxing's like that right now. Boxing is like that right now, bro. Boxing is like that. And I'm telling you, man, you can get to at least that's something you can talk about. A lot of this nonsense, like what am I supposed to say about for real? Style with ease? Oh, okay. Style with ease. Okay, thank you, bro. Steez. That dog on style with ease. I like that. That dog on style with ease. I got that. That dog on Steez. Oh, I can say it smooth. That dog on Steez. Now that I understand it, I can say it. That dog on Steez. Until I understood what Steez was, I couldn't say it. But I got it now. Kind of like I can say Cap. And because now I have a full appreciation for Cap. Yeah. Benjamin New said, Fanon for president. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. I'll second that on Janet Beck and Charlo. Yeah, but yeah, Janet Beck and Charlo would be cool. but it's not an exciting fight. You know what I mean? Hey, thank you, brother. John Bowie in the building today, man. They holding you back. They holding it up for you today, John. John Bowie said, morning all working. Thank you, brother. Much love in that super chat, John Boy. Thank you for dipping your head in, bro. Larry Williams said, yo, my comment was too long and wouldn't post. But read it later and give you your thoughts. Larry Williams, your what? You just say good morning, a little support. What read what? Just put it in the comment section, Larry. I'll read it. Just put it in the comment section, brother. I'll read it. I'll read it. Shawty Banks said, good luck against the 49ers this weekend after my quarterback owns the Bears. Look, man, do not mess with me with the Bears, okay? Don't mess with my Bears, man. That's like, it's like having a sick child. You're making fun of my sick child. Okay? I have no confidence in the Bears. I don't watch the Bears. I just root for the Bears in my heart because the Bears are the worst ownership in they're the original let me throw my team away because I made a little money. And the Bulls threw their team away once they made a little bit of money. They made a lot of money off both of them. So for me, nah, bro. If you're bragging about beating the Bears, that's sad. Exactly, bro. Just stay away from me with the Bears, bro. So what? I know we're trash. So what? Go Bears. I'm going to ride with the Bears forever, bro. Bears till the end. Okay, but that doesn't mean, that, this has been almost 40 years of torture with the Bears. Almost 40 years. That family needs to sell that team. John Boy, much love in that super chat, bro. That family needs to sell that team. That team sucks because their ownership sucks. There's no way. Plus playing in the snow. We got to play in the snow when you get all of these. Well, I guess didn't New England play in the snow too? I guess New England probably played in the snow too. But like I said, I don't ride bandwagons, so I'm still a Bears fan since like 1977, right? So I've been a Bears fan from 77. I'm be a Bears fan till whenever. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna watch them because I'm not paying for that, bro. I'm not doing that. And the way they changed the NFL into everything being a throwing team. Everything is throwing. The superstars now are the receivers and the cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? The superstars are receivers and cornerbacks. Come on, man. Let's bring back the running back, okay? That used to be fun watching a good running back. Maybe they have any super running backs now? But that ground and pound game is over with. Detroit went 0-16 for 2 consecutive years. Yeah, we playing in the snow with a bunch of passing teams, bro. You can't pass. Half your season's the snow. So half of the season you're not going to be passing a lot. But we get the Aaron Rodgers came in there. Aaron Rodgers can do his thing. So, and we don't play in a dome. We also don't play in a dome. Bill Steinberg, been a Pack fan since '68. Been lucky. Oh yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. We were making it hard on you for a little while, but yeah, you have. Davin Cook is the best. Go Vikings. Unless you're Derrick Henry. Who's Derrick? Yeah, I don't know even enough about him. I'm serious, man. I don't know anything about football anymore. I try every once in a while. I think I should start watching on Sundays. And then I say, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to some diehard boxing fans, bro. John Boy said, "Thank you to all the supporters. God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. No joke, bro. Linebackers don't even count. Yeah, he said linebackers don't even count anymore, huh? Like, nah, I'm just not big on the whole thing, bro. James Barnett out here smoking dope in the morning. James the dope fiend smoking dope. I know you probably do take baths and all that, though. I won't go with the rest. No, I did not watch the Claressa Shields Marshall amateur fight. I'm gonna watch the pros. He rushed for 2,000 yards a couple years ago. Okay. Shotty Banks said, "Thanks for the great content." Yeah, man, my pleasure, man. You know what it is, man. We keep it rolling, brother. We keep it rolling. We try to do it, man. We try to do it. Hold on one second. But it's just a dry time, bro. Hold on one second. Yeah. It's just hey, yeah. Did Trace said, do you hear Wilder's comment on Fury? He has lost it. No, he's not lost it. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. That man cheats. I still maintain it. Absolutely. I think Tyson Fury is one of the dirtiest fighters I've ever seen in my life. And I maintain that's the truth. Tyson Fury might have beat him if he wasn't cheating, but Tyson Fury is a very, 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 very dirty fighter. I don't know what you want me to say about that. I believe that he's right. He's a very dirty fighter. He already tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, which I believe he's still on. And yeah, dude, he's very dirty, bro. What do you want me to say? I'm gonna go watch the Steve Cunningham fight. Go watch the second Wilder fight. Yeah, he's a very dirty fighter, and I maintain that. Jeffrey Book said, "I see people hating on my lines. Don't worry. We just re-signed Barry Sanders." Oh, yeah, that's the curse. That's what happened to y'all. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, bro. Robert Trey says, "Fanon, I support you, but I disagree with you." That's fair. But I don't think that there's much disagreement with whether or not Tyson Fury is a dirty fighter. He tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs after his fight with Christian Hamer and before his fight with Vladimir Klitschko. He himself said that all boxers are on something, either to lose weight or to up their endurance, something. And then when the commentator asked him, or when the interviewer asked him, "Not you though," he said, "Oh," looked at him, gave him a look like, "Man, please, of course me." Because this is before he tested positive. And then he said, "Well, nah, I'm just on cocaine, which is a stimulant. I just use cocaine. And whatever. Weed," I think he said. Like he was joking. No, he said he thinks all professional fighters are on it. All of them. He has a cousin that tested positive with him. He didn't say his cousin was an exception, and his cousin tested positive. He got in the ring with a disconnected thumb in the same fight with Christian Hamer. I mean, no, man, I don't think you may be able to, there may be some argument about whether or not he cheated Deontay Wilder, but there is no argument of whether or not he's a dirty fighter. Similar to Antonio Margarito. Antonio Margarito got caught with plaster of Paris on his gloves. He's a dirty fighter. He can laugh it off. He could have won the fight, whatever. He was a dirty fighter. He got caught like that. Luis Resto got caught with plaster of Paris in his gloves. It's a dirty fighter. Tyson Fury got caught with a disconnected thumb and tested positive for steroids or nandrolone. And then refused to retake the test and went to a mental hospital saying that he was having a mental breakdown when the testers came to test him. Nobody believed any of this stuff, which is why Tyson Fury was out of boxing until Deontay Wilder fought him. Deontay Wilder had to fight him to get that money. He probably should have been better off leaving Tyson Fury right where he was. And I don't think you're going to see a Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight because people ain't silly. Dude, Robert Tracy, that's a dirty fighter, man. He's a talented fighter for sure. If he didn't, he may be still be very hard to beat. But whenever I say that he's a dirty fighter, I don't really even point to the Deontay Wilder stuff. I don't have to. He did it previously. WBC does Vada he hasn't been caught now? No. What do you mean? Vada caught him, or he got caught. I don't care who caught him. Robert Tracy Sr. It could be Vada. It could be WADA. It could be the British Boxing Board of Control, because the British Boxing Board of Control is the one that said it. And by the way, the WBC doesn't have anything to do with that, because Vladimir Klitschko was not a WBC champion. Vitaly Klitschko was, or Bermane Sturburn was. I forget which one it was at the time. But the WBC had nothing to do with letting him up with that. That was the British Boxing Board of Control. The man cheated. It's just what it is. Canelo Alvarez is also a dirty fighter. He got caught tested twice for performance-enhancing drugs. You know? I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not going to forget that. If Deontay Wilder had tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, you know what would have happened? He'd be getting treated just like Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Why is there a different treatment for Jarrell Big Baby Miller than there was for Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury popped dirty. Jarrell Miller popped dirty. Now, Jarrell Miller is just this. What is he? What do you call Jarrell Miller? You call him a disgraced drug cheat. Why isn't Canelo Alvarez a disgraced drug cheat? And Tyson Fury a disgraced drug cheat. You got the name for you. You make sure, not you, but people make sure that when somebody gets it, there's going to be somebody that's going to be the poster boy for it, but it's not going to be somebody that's making a lot of money for other people. Put the focus over there. Yeah, we're doing something about drug tests. Look, we caught him. Yeah, we're doing something about testing. We're successful. Look what we caught Jarrell Big Baby Miller. But Dillian White can test positive for performance-enhancing drugs and just get back in the ring. Just get right in the ring. He tested positive against Oscar Rivas, and they just let him in the ring. Just let him in. Alexander Povetkin tested positive multiple times. He was never the disgraced drug cheat. Why is Jarrell Big Baby Miller Jarrell Big Baby Miller the poster boy for steroids when you got all these other bigger name fighters that tested positive? Oscar Valdez tested positive. Just let him keep on pushing with it. No, he is a dirty fighter. It's just what it is. You can think he's a great fighter. It's fine, whatever. But he is what he is because he got caught. This is not me guessing at it. It's not me guessing at it. And Lamont Peterson, they called disgrace and didn't even apologize when he was found out he was not on the juice. Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? So, look, dude. No, when I say he's a dirty fighter, he says that guy's a dirty fighter, I believe Deontay Wilder. And you know why? Because Deontay Wilder, tell me something else he's run around lying about. I would be less believing of Deontay Wilder if he changed his story. If he changed his story, then I'll be like, oh man, what's Deontay Wilder on? But Deontay Wilder's not changing his story. He's staying with his story. What everybody else thinks be damned. He got his ass whooped by that dude in that last fight, and he's still saying it. It's like, yeah, that guy's a cheater, and I know he's a cheater. And guess what? I got my money, and I don't have to fight. So if you don't want me fighting because I say this, well, keep me from fighting. Keep me from fighting. I respect him for that, man. Look, Geeks of the universe. See, I didn't even bring that up with the gloves popping dirty. The gloves popping dirty. The connection to the mob. I don't know how Tyson is still able to fight. Dude, Tyson Fury cannot fight in the United States. Much love in that super chat. Tyson Fury cannot fight in the United States. That's the answer to that question, geeks of the universe. He can't. He has to fight over there in the UK. He can't fight in the United States. He's on a travel ban list because of his association with that mobster. The same mobster that people were saying has something to do with fixing fights, because mobsters have a lot to do with fixing fights. So I don't understand why people have a hard time with the fact that he ingratiated himself in that scenario. He can't even get in the country. Can't. You know? So it is what it is, man. If I don't talk about it a lot because it is what it is, you know? But somebody gets caught, they got caught. It doesn't change it. Savu, they use that word disgrace to associate with the race. I appreciate you taking on this topic. Ramon, yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, I put that in there today because I didn't want people to think I wouldn't talk about it. I will talk about it, but I just don't like talking about it with individual situations because it's very hard to prove in an individual situation or to put that on an individual person, you know? But onto the subject of whether or not it's systemic, oh, I'm 100% convinced of that. Anything that is that repeatable, anything that continues to repeat itself in a bunch of different forms with a bunch of different people is systemic. And if it's systemic, there's a system. You know what I mean? Could be a natural system, could be a man concocted, whatever the situation is, it's systemic. When you can predict that it's going to happen to somebody in that situation, and it happens to that person in that situation, you know full well it's systemic, because how else would you be able to know ahead of time? I can tell you exactly, dang near exactly what the makeup of Ring Magazine, the racial makeup of Ring Magazine and ESPN's pound for pound list is going to be. And I have not missed a beat in the last 5 years. With all kind of fighters going on and off. You know somebody's coming on, you know who's going off. Right? You know somebody's coming on, you know who's going to come off. Somebody's going to come off. Gervonta Davis was on those pound for pound lists for 5 seconds. Had to come off. Make room for Shakur. Devin Haney was on that list for a hot second. Had to come off. Sorry, man. We're running up that quota, bro. And got to go. Running off that quota. Got to go. We ain't got enough spots for you. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if there's 15 people, black people voting on it. Somebody know I'm telling the truth. Call Fury the British champ of that world. No, Fury is the best heavyweight in the world, bro. He's the best. He's the best heavyweight in the world. I don't have a problem saying that. Dude, just because you cheat don't mean you can't fight. Cheating is not going to get you that far. Natty Dre, can you explain why Josh Taylor dropped all them belts? I can't explain it. Probably because he doesn't have a fight available for him to go up to 140. Probably why. And it costs a lot of money, and he didn't want to fight those people that were coming up. And he also doesn't have his guy anymore, man. Shola Ibofin said he ain't better than Usyk for 9. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know if he's better than Alexander Usyk or not. I don't. But Alexander Usyk fighting in the UK, because that's where he's going to have to fight him, that's not going to sell. So I've got fuse for Anthony Joshua. I got use for Anthony Joshua. Look, man, Anthony Joshua should tell you I ain't got no use for you. I've been a really good champ. I had a great run. Alexander Usyk proved that he's the better man. I may be back next year. I'm going to make sure everything's right and ready. I'm ready to fight for the right reasons. And I'll be back next year. Tyson, good luck with whoever you're going to fight. Unless that is you want 80-20. If you're giving me 80-20, I may fight you. If not, good luck. Who else you going to fight? Who else you going to fight? You can't fight Deontay Wilder. You already beat him. I can fight Deontay Wilder and make a ton of money fighting Deontay Wilder, without a doubt. Absolutely can. Usyk can say the same thing. I can fight Deontay Wilder and make a bunch of money. You can't fight Deontay Wilder and make a bunch of money. You can fight Deontay. You can fight Anthony Joshua. That's it. That's it. Anthony. And that's it. Fury should fight Ruiz. Man, honestly, I would say let Fury fight an in-house fight with Joe Joyce. Fight Joe Joyce. Fight that guy. You'll probably win, but fight Joe Joyce. That's what I would say. Fight Joe Joyce. Fanon, is it fair to say Wilder made Tyson Fury? Very fair to say that. Very fair. But Tyson Fury is dude, Tyson Fury is out there acting a fool. He's just, dude, he's killing his own, man. Dude, you can't take him seriously. You can't take Tyson Fury seriously. So, nah, man, he's just go do you. Let's go do you. That's what I would say. Because Anthony Joshua doesn't need him. And what does he need the WBC belt for? What's he need that WBC belt for? You can tell me you fighting him for the championship? For what? I just lost 2 times. I had a great reign at heavyweight. Alexander Usyk, he said he proves he's the better man. I'm going to chill out for a while. And, hey, man, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll come back if Deontay gets a belt. Maybe I'll come back in a year. Maybe I'll take a tune-up with Dillian White. I'm sure people will be interested in that. And let Tyson Fury sit there for a while, bro. That's what I would do. I would say let Tyson Fury sit there, see if he can blow up to 400 pounds, bro. See if you can get him up to 400 pounds. That'd be me. I wouldn't do it. Nah, let him sit there. Let him sit there. If you are so spasmatic that you can't sit down for 5 months, which you should do every fight, right? It'd be like, I'm retiring. Oh man, I said I retired. It was killing me. What do you mean? You just fought. You just fought Dillian White 5 months ago. What do you mean your retirement made you silly? That's what I'm saying. You can't take him serious. Mr. Gonzalez, what's going on, bro? How you feeling, man? Kid the Great said, also, he can fight in the States. He can fight in the States. You're right, Fanon. AJ has more leverage than he thinks. No, AJ knows exactly. I think Eddie Hearn knows exactly how much leverage he has. I think he knows exactly how much leverage he has. And I don't think he should throw away. I wouldn't do it. I'm just telling you. If you don't need to fight Tyson Fury, don't fight Tyson Fury. If you don't need it, don't do it. I wouldn't. I think that's a dirty fighter, bro. You don't know what's coming in that ring with him. And you're coming off of a loss to Usyk, 2 losses to Usyk, 2 wins and a loss before. No, man, I wouldn't do that. Not if I was his manager, I'd be like, no, do you need the money? You can get 2 tune-up fights and get the same amount of money, man. 2 fights, 2 easy, knock them out type fights. Go to the O2 Arena. Just boom, boom. Get on a winning streak. Get on a knockout streak. You know what I mean? You'll be back. Hey, their popularity never goes away. Tyson lost. Mike Tyson lost. Old school was fighting 2, 3, 4 times a month. Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson days. 1 champ fighting 10 times a year or more. Yeah, but Tyson Fury doesn't fight like that. So, whatever. Yeah, Joshua should take a couple of fights in between Usyk fights, maybe get used to fighting with Garcia. Yeah, that's it. Just spend some more time with whoever your trainer is going to be. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't jump in there with him on that. Why are you so desperate to fight me coming off of a loss? No, man, let that dude sit there, man. That's what I would do. But, you know, they may want to say, let's cash AJ out. But getting in there, dude, look, man, I wouldn't do it. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do it. What did you say? What's your top 3 heavyweights right now? Top 3 heavyweights? Usyk, Fury, and Wilder. Usyk, Fury, and Wilder. After that, I might say AJ, then Joe Joyce. AJ, then Joe Joyce. So, yeah, something like that. Fury, Usyk, Wilder, AJ, Joyce. Jared Anderson, not yet. I wouldn't put him up there. I wouldn't put Jared Anderson up there yet. Not me. I wouldn't put him up there yet. But, you know, you guys may. But like I said, I'm not the best expert on the heavyweight division. I'm not. And as far as what happened with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury and the cheating that took place there, yeah, look, dude, I can't tell you for certain other than them floppy ass gloves. But other than that, I can't say. And by the way, I want to tell you something else. Just because you can show me somebody else's whose gloves flopped didn't mean they weren't doing the same thing, bro. Okay? Just because you show me somebody else's gloves flopping all over the place, that doesn't mean the other person isn't doing the same thing. Okay? Thinking like it's not just because, well, hold on, I didn't cheat on my taxes. The other guy did the same thing. Well, no, he cheated on them too. Thanks for snitching. Jared versus Andy Ruiz, who wins? Oh, Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson. Andy Ruiz don't want Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson, bro. Jared Anderson. I ain't convinced on Andy Ruiz, man. I ain't convinced at all on Andy Ruiz. Not a believer in Andy Ruiz at all. Okay? Not big on him, man. Slow feet. Slow feet, and he's out of shape. You know what I'm saying? And what did I tell y'all again? Y'all were all like, people were like, oh, look how good he looks in his makeup. Look how good he looks. Like, man, he's going to come in looking just as fat as he ever looked coming into this fight. And what happened during the weigh-in? He came in looking just as fat as he'd ever looked. He looked the same he ever looked. Same weight as the second AJ fight. It's like, man, y'all are wild, man. Y'all are wild, man. But anyway, Deontay Wilder saying that, man. Deontay Wilder can say what Deontay Wilder wants to say. I think he's an honest, straight shooting guy. No joke. I tend to believe people that are believable. Okay? If you are out here telling a bunch of stories, like Tyson Fury, I don't believe anything coming out of his mouth. I don't believe anything Tyson Fury says. Nothing. And neither does anybody else. Literally do not believe anything that man's saying. Nothing. Nothing. Eddie Hearn, dude, I don't believe a lot coming out of Eddie Hearn's mouth. Am I supposed to believe Eddie Hearn? No. Once you get, dog, I've never seen Deontay Wilder just lying and making stuff up. So I would assume that he's lying and making stuff up. I wouldn't, you know. I definitely believe he took advantage of the situations with the glove for sure. Yeah, he definitely had them little paper thin ass gloves on because he wanted more punching power. Yeah, and he leaned and he used his body weight, and he's definitely on juice. So yeah, that with me, yeah. Santos, what's going on, man? Said, appreciate the work. How do you feel about Thurman trying to see his way into the conversation with Bud and Spence? Because sanctioned bodies forced that fight per spin. I love it. I love that he's talking about trying to get that fight. I like Keith Thurman. And I want a fight to happen. If the Terence Crawford Errol Spence Jr. fight doesn't happen, just okay, whatever. I just want to see him take a fight. But these guys are saying this fight's done. Whole lot of people are saying, hey, man, this fight is done, just like they've been saying. Just like they've been saying. So, that they're just finishing off these little, okay, maybe that's the case. I hope that's the case. So it can all be like for whatever, and we can get a really, because that's a huge fight. And I do find it as strange that they have not announced it, that they haven't set any big fights for those guys. Like Keith Thurman doesn't have a date, Jaron Ennis doesn't have a date, and Errol doesn't have a date yet. So there is things, that would say, there are things that would say, hey, man, there's definitely still a chance that this fight can take place, Several sources, man. Several sources. Natty Dread. Several sources, man. Several sources. Man, I'm anxious, brother, trying to keep hope alive. Yeah, you know what it is, man. You know what it is. She sounds like Cambosis. What is that? Who sounds like Cambosis? Hey, again, man, thank you to everybody that supported the chat today in the Super Chat and the Cash App. It really does mean a lot. No small thing. Can't do the live streams without them. So thank you very, very much for you guys' support. It means a lot. If I get off reading them too quickly, please forgive me. I'm not reading that, brother. Not reading that. You're gonna have to super chat that. You guys are gonna have to super chat it. I'm telling you, because I know you're never gonna do it. That's why I'm saying it. Since you're never gonna do it, that's the only way I'm reading that stuff. If y'all gonna be paying off other people for that conversation, you pay me off in a super chat. Geeks of the Universe said Keith gets no fight from my Mickey Mouse Rocky voice. Oh man, come on, man. Come on, man. Why y'all hate on Keith like that, man? What did Keith do to you? What did Keith do to you? Errol got fights. He's got all the belts. He got everything that he wanted. What did Keith do to you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't even hold all that stuff with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Dude, Deontay Wilder got what he was looking for, bro. He got a lot of money. He got a lot of money and a lot of people's respect, bro. So, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I don't hold any ill will against Anthony Joshua at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao, bro. Manny Pacquiao was on my nerves during the whole what's that man's name? Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s deal. During that whole time, bro, I had an issue with that dude. But at a certain point, I was like, hey, man, it's over with. Manny, thanks for all the great fights, Manny. You know what I mean? Thanks for all the great fights. Keith, why you guys forget about Keith? Why do you want Keith gone so bad? You know what I mean? Just come on, man. Give Keith a break, man. Free Keith. Free Keith. Free Keith, bro. Said, I'm sorry. Errol tried to fight him. He begged him. And yeah, okay, but that's it. I don't work for Errol. Errol can fight him. Errol has the opportunity to fight him. He doesn't, just because he doesn't get things in the order that Errol wants them, did not mean that God did not give Errol everything he wanted. Errol has gotten everything that Errol has wanted to get, man. He's gotten everything he's wanted wanted to get. Okay, everything. So just give him his, just like, come on. He's gotten everything he's wanted. Errol has not been taken advantage of in the sport of boxing. He's not been treated badly. He was getting ducked legitimately, all of that stuff. Then he got all the fights he wanted. And the one guy that he wanted to fight that would have made it easier on him, now that ain't no joke. He would have got it a lot easier. He would have got it a lot easier if Keith would have just came up off those 2 belts. But he wouldn't have made as much money. He might not have made as much money. He wouldn't have got to whoop Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. Well, yeah, he probably would have, because he would have had those 3 belts. And all those guys would have had to come fight him. Might have made more money. So, yeah, but I feel you. Hey, Geesiner said, you my boy, but I disagree with you on this. Hey, man, that's what it's all about, bro. Much love, bro. I understand it, man. I understand it. I understand it, bro. I understand. Trust me, I understand. Keith is not easy on the ears sometimes. But, you know, he's a good fighter. He's done a lot in his career. He doesn't deserve to be banished, man. Thurman need to stop trying to take shortcuts, man. He didn't take any shortcuts, man. He's a unified champion, man. He did not take shortcuts. Come on, man. They say Danny I don't know who they is. They say Danny Swift Garcia is better than Keith because he fought Spence. Do you agree with that, Fanon? No. No, I do not agree that Danny Garcia is better than Keith Thurman. Danny Garcia lost to Keith Thurman. No, I do not believe he's better than Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman is a better fighter than Sean Porter and Danny Garcia and your Danny Zugas. Personally, let me repeat. I think Keith Thurman is a better fighter than Sean Porter. I think he's a better fighter than Danny Garcia, and I think he's a better fighter than your Danny Zugas. The question is whether or not he can take a body shot from Ugas. If he can take that body shot, dude, he's gonna beat Ugas. Come on, man. I think he's better than all of them. Keith Thurman can fight, man. I don't know what you think he does for a living. I don't know what you think he does for a living. But Keith Thurman is a fighter, man. Keith Thurman can fight, man. Okay? He can fight. Throw him to the wolves, bro. Geeks of the Universe said he can fight Boots. Yes, sir, bro. Yes, he can. Boy, throw him to the wolves, huh? Geeks, that is the nicest way. That is the nicest way that I've ever heard anybody say fuck Keith Thurman. Because, dog, that's all you say. Come on, man. Round Talk Boxing, now you're getting a little ahead of yourself. He's not beating Spence now. Don't get it twisted. He ain't beating Spence. It'll be a good fight, but he's not beating him. It'll be a good fight, but he's not beating him. He may be able to beat Crawford. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. But obviously they're going to look for that body on him. But he's very, very mobile. He's very mobile, and he can crack. He hits you, bro. Seriously, man, you can get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, he can hurt you really badly. All right? And yeah, he lost to Manny Pacquiao. You know, layoff injuries is what he's saying. He wasn't all the way back. You know? Thurman ain't beating no damn Crawford. I'm going to tell you, dude, he has the ability to beat Terence Crawford. I do. I think he has the ability to do it. Will he do it? Probably not. Can he do it? Yeah, he can. Dude, that guy can fight, man. I don't know why you're sleeping on that dude like that. No clue. I didn't say he was better than Crawford. I said dude, there are fighters that are not as good as other fighters that can beat them. Okay? Dude, just because, I mean, this, he is a bigger puncher probably than both Errol and Terence. And he's a very skilled fighter. I don't get what you guys have against Keith Thurman other than his mouth. Other than his mouth, dude, let the man, will you please free Keith Thurman? Like, will you please free Keith Thurman? How many years does he have to how many years does he have to sit on the outside with y'all acting like he's not a legitimate fighter, man? Keith Thurman is a legitimate fighter, man. Stop trying to blackball Keith. Keith Thurman is a very good fighter, man. Dude, you think all these guys are gonna be Keith Thurman, man? Come on, man. Come on. Keith Thurman can fight, man. Give the man some credit. Give the man some credit. Lord have mercy. I mean, don't take it too far. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it too, because I'm going to tell you, bro, you better remember this. Certain fan base, you better remember how Keith is getting treated. You better remember how Keith is getting treated. Better remember it. Because this is how they do you. This is how they do you. King of the hill. Till somebody else comes along. All of a sudden they forget everything you ever did. They forget everything you ever did. Brian is wrong. He said he blackballed himself. It's over unless he fights Boots. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Free that man, brother. Free that man. Please free that man. Please let that man out of his chains, man. Let him out there into the world where people are talking about him, wanting to see him fight. Come on, man. Please do this. Hey, this happens. Fanon, this is what happens when black channels talk about boycotting a black fighter. Yeah, they kill you in your own fan base, bro. I got that. Geeks of the universe, bro. Hey, what's going on? Tevis in the building too. What's good, man? Hey, you ain't got to do nothing for that gong. I'm just saying what's up to you, brother. Geeks of the universe said my problem with him is he always said don't duck me, thun. And when they asked him about fighting someone, he goes a tangent about nothing. Look, bro, I understand, okay? Hey, man, Geeks of the Universe, you got to understand. I understand, bro. I understand. I sympathize. I understand. I mean, hard for me not to feel that way. But at the same time, man, look, we do not have enough good fights and fighters to go around. Okay, we don't have enough exciting weekends of boxing to go around. We can't start shelving every damn body, man. We can't go shelving everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm sick of Adrian Bronner. No, Adrian Bronner shouldn't get fight. Well, I'm sick of Gervonta Davis. Boycott Gervonta Davis's fights. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta won't fight my guy. Boycott him. He's whack. Don't watch him. Dog, any of that bullshit, dude, stop it. You know what I'm saying? We do not have enough good fighters in boxing to make exciting weeks of exciting fights. Okay? We've already got guys like Canelo Alvarez out there, you know, talking about just refusing to fight everybody. You know what I mean? But in the same breath, talking about the chances he's taking. You're not taking any chances against any Mexican fighters, brother, and they're the second best group of fighters that there are in the world. If somebody's going to whoop you, bro, it's going to come out of Mexico or it's going to come out of some black community in the United States more than likely, until you got cocky and ran into that Russian. Okay, but in your weight class, you know who's giving you the problems. Okay, in your weight class, you know who's giving you the problems. You got to remember how Thurman threw shots at Danny the first round of their fight. His face was all red. Dude, he beat that boy. He beat that boy, man. But yeah, that happens when you talk about blackballing people and doing all of that, man. And it's completely hypocritical shit, bro. I mean, it's it's completely hypocritical. Fanon, who can uh who, Fanon, who can Keith fight to move up for a title shot? He doesn't. He's not gonna have to fight anybody to get a title shot. He's gonna get one. He's a former WBC champion, right? Nobody. Does anybody have a problem with Deontay Wilder being the number one ranked guy in the WBC? Do you? Any problem with him being the number one ranked guy in the WBC? I'm wondering. No, you don't, right? You don't. Why? Because you know he's one of the best guys. He lost 2 fights to Tyson Fury. Does that mean what does he got to go? Now he's got to go out there and fight Zheng. He got to go to China and go to Jingzhou, fight Jingzhou in China and take 15 fights on his way up the record, bro. Yeah, he's number 1 with the WBC as he should be. Right. There's no problem with watch. No problem whatsoever with Deontay Wilder being the number 1 in the WBC. But Keith being number 2 in WBC? Oh, no. That's corruption. That's scandal. No, it's not, man. The guy is a former he's a former unified champion, man. He beat Mario Barrios. He lost in a championship fight to Manny Pacquiao, bro. And barely at that, honestly. Keith should fight Boots to make amends for how he treated Arrow. Man, y'all hard. Man, I'm telling y'all hard on Keith, bro. Y'all out here hard on Keith, man. Y'all out here hard. Y'all hard on Keith, bro. You should go fight Jaron. Now, I'll take the fight. Don't get me wrong. I will take that fight. I will take that fight. No joke. I'll take that fight. Do not get me wrong. I'm not anti Keith fighting Jaron. I'm not. Man, y'all make because Jaron earns the fight. Now, for him to fight a guy that's a number 2, number 3 guy, yeah, absolutely. And Jaron is in every one of those sanctioning bodies. So yeah, him or Virgil Ortiz. He or Virgil Ortiz. You know what I mean? Him or Virgil Ortiz. Hey, what if Keith beat Bud? I mean, I make the fight, dude. Seriously, man. Make the fight. Like, I like that, man. Hey, much love in that super chat, Tevis. Thank you for that support, bro. Ain't the smartest move for Thurman right now? No, it's not. It's not smart for anybody. Jaron Ennis is not. When I say Keith, you say when I say no. You are not stealing hashtags, brother. Ow, on my fucking chin. Oh, that hurt. You're not stealing hashtags, brother. You're not stealing hashtags. No hashtags, bro. No hashtags, bro. Hunter Young said, Fanon, at this point, I need Popeye to fight Brutus because boxing is getting on my nerves right now. Exactly, man. You know what I mean? Everybody's nerves are frazzled, bro. You got people mad that you even talking about fights, man. I'll be like, whoa, man, what are you so mad about, man? Dude, I'm telling you, man, people, please do not talk to me anymore about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford until that fight is made. Look, man, let me tell you something, dog. What are you so mad about, bro? How many fights don't we get? Rise Podcast said, I need Ryan versus Tank. I know you do. I know you do, bro. I know you do. I know you do. I know you do need that fight. You not getting that Fight Rise podcast. See, let me be the bearer of bad news. Or let me be the bearer of bad news. That's why I'm saying it is more realistic to talk about an Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight than it is for a lot of these fights we talk about, bro. Dude, we talk about fights that ain't never gonna happen all the time. All the time, bro. All the time. And them hating ass dudes. Some of y'all are haters, bro. I just want to let you know we was cool. I was cool with you until I wasn't cool with somebody that you wanted to be in love with. I'm sorry you introduced me to the chick and I was like, nah, I'm okay. Sorry I didn't want to date your sister, okay? Dog, it would have wound up ugly any way it went. So that's not going to work, okay? Oh my God, man. Who works for who? Do the promoters work for the boxers or the boxers for the promoter? Depends. Depends on the promoter. Depends on the boxer. Depends on the promoter. Depends on the boxer. That's the truth of the matter. She's a two-piece with no biscuit. Like, look, man, sorry, I'm not buying it. Like, sorry, man. Like, dude, you got a reigning champion, bro. If you got a reigning champion that's been getting screwed over for years, trying to get a big fight that he clearly deserves, and a bunch of people running all over him, man, then, bro, yeah, I'll get behind that, man. That's easy to get behind because it's easy. Like, getting behind Deontay Wilder is easy for me. Easy. Because what the other people were saying was ridiculous. He's bum Wilder. Bum Wilder. Wilder's trash. Bum Wilder. You know, all of that stuff. You know, it's just trash. It's just ridiculous. And he showed that in the Tyson Fury fights. He's not trash, clearly. He put that big man down multiple times. Okay. And now you guys are all up in that guy's draws for beating him. So don't act like that dude was a bum. Those are the hardest fights Tyson Fury's ever had. Deontay Wilder gave Tyson Fury a much harder fight than Vladimir Klitschko did. Harder fight than everybody else. Okay, so kick rocks with all of that. So it's easy to get behind that. It's not easy to get behind a spoiled brat crying for more. Sorry. Like, hate to break that to you. It's not hard. It's harder for me to get behind a spoiled brat crying for more. Okay? It's not. It's Eddie Hearn. I can't get behind Eddie Hearn. Because Eddie Hearn is a spoiled brat crying for more. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with certain other people. Look to me like a spoiled kid. It seems to me like they're spoiled. Okay? That's what it sounds like to me. Somebody that's gotten everything they've ever wanted and gets real indignant if they don't get what they want. So, nah, man, you got a whole bunch of other people sitting up there and getting nothing but hard times. You know what I'm saying? Getting nothing but hard times. They ain't got an opportunity for nothing. Good fighters. You know what I mean? Don't get opportunities. They don't act like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. So, nah, it's like, I'll get behind your guy if your guy is worth getting behind. Other than that, bro, good luck to you. Larry Williams said, even though few and far between, real boxing fans still gonna keep it lit. You know what it is. That's where we are. We the real boxing fans still keeping it lit. Robert Davis said, Tyson Fury is a gangster. No, he just hangs out with his gangsters. His dad is, though. Tyson Fury is nothing nice. He can fight. Oh, yeah, he can fight for sure. Yeah, Tyson Fury can fight. He's not make-believe now. I notice what I do not call him. I don't call him a hype job. Tyson Fury is not a hype job. He's the real deal. That guy can fight. No joke. Not a hype job at all. Hold on one second. Yeah, even though, yeah, exactly, man. We just keep going, man. Just keep it going every day, man. Cats gonna be mad about what they get mad about, bro. They gonna be mad about what they get mad about. Um, Wilder beats Usyk and Joshua X. I don't know. Usyk, I'm not gonna count out Usyk in that fight, but I think that's who Usyk. Deontay Wilder can get that fight or the Anthony Joshua fight. Deontay Wilder is a more viable option for Anthony Joshua than Tyson Fury is. If I was Anthony Joshua, I'd be like, man, if I'm looking for money, I'll go fight him. Usyk already said it. Look, dude, if you're not there to fight in April, bro, I'll fight Wilder. I want him or I want Wilder. I'll go fight Wilder. Gotta love that, bro. Gotta love that. What do you mean, Robert Davis? Color of his skin? What do you mean, color of his skin? But he did cheat against Wilder. Yeah, he definitely cheated, man. Y'all can, people that don't think that dude cheated, y'all can go somewhere with all of that, dog. I mean it. Like, just 100 miles an hour, hit the bricks with that. Eric Williams, yeah, I remember when Fury was sleeping on the canvas when the ref runs to his face screaming till the count of 10 and screaming so he can wake up. I wasn't the one, and I wasn't the first it wasn't the first knockdown of night. Wilder won. I mean, dude, he definitely knocked Tyson Fury unconscious in that fight. And if they would have left him laying there, if he hadn't done it, we wouldn't have got the other two fights more than likely. And then they would just say Tyson Fury is old and fat, and they would have never gave Deontay Wilder credit. And then Deontay Wilder wouldn't have made all that money he made in the second and the third fights. So, like I say, things work out for a reason. And I'm going to tell you, too, if Tyson Fury did cheat like that, dude, that's going to come back to get him. You can't do that. You can't do that type of stuff, man, to people, and that stuff doesn't come back on you. It's going to come back on him. No joke. That's why I say go fight Joe Joyce. Make him fight Joe Joyce. Make him beat Joe Joyce. Make him beat Joe Joyce. Slow Joyce, make him go beat Joe Joyce. That's what I would do. I don't need you. Hey, Tyson, I don't need you. I don't need your one belt. I had 3. Why am I going to sit there and wait for you? No, I'm going to get my head back around, and if it all comes back around, dude, I'll try to have a third one with Usyk. If I can get Usyk, or guess what? I'll sit down, wait for all those belts to come right back around to me anyway. Because I can beat the rest of these guys, and Usyk is 37 years old. So, hey, I'll have a second act. Yeah, make him defend his title against Joe Joyce. Don't give him that payday. Nah, man, you want payday. I'll be right on the mic. You just want payday. Canelo need to do him like AJ need to do him like this. You just want payday. I know you're a terrible fighter. You're boring. You're boring. You just want payday. You sign over there with Frank Warren. Let Frank Warren feed you his stable. If I was Eddie Hearn, I'd do that too. Man, Eddie, you better go make that man feed him his own stable. You smarter than that, Eddie. Eddie gonna turn around and be, dude, you think Eddie Hearn is dead, dog? Eddie Hearn got too much time on his hands, bro. Eddie Hearn is the youngest promoter. Eddie Hearn is still in the 1970s phase. He's still in the 1970s phase of or is it the early 80s phase? What's 50 years ago? 50 years ago was 1970, right? So 40 years ago was 1980. So yeah, he's still in the 1980 stages of Don King and what's his name? Bob Arum. And guess what, dude? I bet you he's at least 20 years younger than Al Heyman, too. Do not think that dude, Eddie Hearn, is going away. I just hope that he just catches a clue. You know what I'm saying? I just hope he catches a clue. But, bro, he's got that. He looks like he has the potential, as long as he don't go broke or do something stupid. Dude, the man is only, what's he, like 43, 44 years old? He's, in promotional sense, the dude's a kid. So I'll be like getting on Eddie Hearn and all that stuff. I turned 40 this year for 9. I'm a 1982, baby. That's what's up, man. Yes, sir. Hey, dude. Yeah. So he's like a 19. So yeah, he's in his 40s. Like, I think he may be in his early 40s, something like that. Dude, he got another 30 years, bro. He don't hit his prime for another 15 years. Just so you know about Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn will not hit his prime for another 15 years. No joke. He doesn't hit his prime for another 15 years. His prime. What I would say is you guys should hope that Leonard Ellerby, you should give Leonard Ellerby more responsibilities, and you should let Leonard Ellerby grow. Okay? Otherwise, you don't really have anybody to deal with Eddie Hearn. Nobody's going to have the experience. Nobody's going to have the connections. You know, none of that. He copies Floyd a lot. Look, let me tell you, man, that dude has been around boxing forever. He's just a killer over there in the UK. He is. He just doesn't know the United States market. He can't spread out everywhere. Like the whole global thing, that she just going too far with the whole global thing. You know what I mean? You can make a fight in this country, because Bob Arum's been global for a long time. Bob Arum's made fights in the UK. He's made fights in Asia. He's made fights in Africa. He's made fights in Mexico. Do promoters have primes? No, but professionals do. Professionals have primes. If you can stay in a profession where you get to a certain level in a profession that you're going to be there for your entire career, you hit your prime as a professional in your mid-50s. In your mid-50s. Early to mid-50s. Generally speaking, that's when you have the most know-how, because you have the know-how, you have the experience, and you have the connections. And it takes most people to their 50s. So like they can have like Eddie Hearn had the connections. He had the know-how, but he didn't have the experience. You got to fall a bunch of times. You know what I mean? That's why like a lot of these guys who are big businessmen, like big moguls, like they have to switch, like Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy had to switch to, I don't know if he does as much music promotion anymore. Right? But what's he doing? He's an entrepreneur. That's what I would say he is. Like you're even in your entrepreneurial, because I think he's an entrepreneur more than he is a corporate businessman, you know? So entrepreneurs, like, yeah, you don't really hit your prime until you get in your 50s. A lot of guys talk about how much money they have when they're in their 30s, bro. Let's see if you still have it in your 50s. Okay? Certain professions, you get big early. In sports, you get big early. In music, you get big young. You know? Is Eddie Hearn good for boxing? Yeah, I mean, he's done some stuff I don't like, but yeah, generally speaking, he's very good for women's boxing. Yeah, Jeff, I mean, most of those guys, yeah, they get big in their 50s. You hit your prime in your 50s. Because you put a lot of stuff behind you. You're set in your family life, by the way, for the most part. So in those guys, the hours that they work are crazy. Like the hours that they work are crazy. Those guys are working 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, 50 and they're working. You know what I'm saying? They're doing a lot at that time, man. But anyway, look, man, thank you so much for you guys' support in the channel today. Really, really appreciate it. I consider this day a day. I consider this to have been a day off, taking a day off, but it's been a lot of fun. We will more than likely be back tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for your support in the channel, in the super chat, and the Cash App. EC Diva said, for non-speaking facts, pay attention. Yeah, that's why you don't rush, man. You know the saying. What the old bull said to the young bull. You're sitting on top of the hill, and the young bull says, I'm going to go down this hill. And they sitting on top of a hill, and down below the hill in the valley is a bunch of cows. And the young bull says, I'm gonna run down and have sex with a cow. And then the bull says, stop. Let's walk down. Let's walk down and have sex with them all. Right? I'm telling you, that's a great metaphor for life. People that ran down that hill, yeah, boom, boom, yeah, boom, boom, dude, they burnt out. And they look like they're 50. That's not from Colors, bro. That's not from Colors. That's a legitimate saying I heard a long time before the movie's Colors came out. Walk down the hill and fuck them all. Now, I heard that a long time before that, bro. You know what I'm saying? However, that's just the truth. That's it kind of like that in life. You know what I mean? Hey, bless you for 9. You give great advice. Yes, sir. Ali, that's why be patient, Ali. You're gonna work till you're 80. You're in your 30s. That's 50 years, man. It's 50 years. But anyway, it is what it is. Look, let me Robert Burnell. I heard that before Colors. I heard that before Colors. My father told me that. My father never watched Colors, bro. My father told me that. My father told me that in the late 1970s. Okay. That is a common saying. That is not from Colors. They may have said it in, it is an old time saying, bro. Trust me. It is an old saying. Old saying. It's not from Colors. Y'all might have heard that in Colors. My dad said that to me in the 1970s. Like, I heard that when I was young. I heard it again later on in the early 80s with Colors in the early 80s. Bob Arum is afraid of dying. Oh God, who isn't? But anyway, man, much love to everybody in the chat. He said, run down and hit 1 or 2 of them, walk down, hit them all. Old South saying, yeah, bro, that's old, bro. You got to slow your pace, man. You got to slow your roll. Don't think everything's coming today. But see, and also the flip side of that is, don't get so stressed out about today. And that's something I have to work, that I still work on, because I had to get focused. Like, I got focused in my 50s, like my late 40s is when I got focused. Like, but I didn't know how to be focused. Now I think I'm getting a better idea of how to be focused and what that means. Bob Arum, Fahim said, Bob Arum is a real life Sith Lord. You know what it is, bro. Lone Star stuff. Get up with y'all, brother. We're going to see y'all tomorrow. And with that, I'm out. Peace.